Let's be real for a second. Your company probably paid millions for an agile transformation, right? They promised you speed, innovation, empowerment. So, how's that working out? If you're stuck in more meetings than ever, drowning in process, and feeling like absolutely nothing has changed, it's because you've been lied to. So, yeah, let's dive into the great agile scam. We just gotta call it what it is. Because the system that was supposed to liberate you and your team, it's become a prison of buzzwords and bureaucracy. So in this explainer, we're gonna pull back the curtain on why this keeps happening. I'm gonna give you the exact words to diagnose the problem in your own workplace, and, this is the important part, I'm gonna reveal the real bottom-up playbook to actually fix it. Okay, so you know how it starts. It's always in a boardroom. Some consultants with really slick slides sell executives on this foolproof plan to make the whole company agile, like overnight. They sign a massive check, the mandate comes down from on high, and bam, suddenly everyone is doing agile. Does this sound familiar? That daily stand-up, it just becomes a daily status report for your manager. The 2-week sprint? That's just a new 2-week deadline to stress everyone out. You're using words like Scrum and Kanban, but somehow you have less autonomy than you did before. It is so frustrating. And this right here is how you can see the lie in plain sight. See, real Agile is built on trust, on empowerment. But what most companies actually build is this monster called faux Agile. It's a system that keeps the old command and control structure but just slaps on some new fancy labels. You get the worst of both worlds. And who profits from all this dysfunction? Oh, just a billion-dollar industry of consultants and trainers and certification bodies. They sell executives the seductive promise of a quick fix. They've turned a simple, beautiful 4-value manifesto into a ridiculously complex money-making machine. So, how do we diagnose this? Well, there's a perfect term for it, and I promise, once you hear it, you are going to see it everywhere. This is the secret vocabulary you need to understand what's really going on. The term cargo cult, it comes from these islanders after World War II who saw military planes land with supplies, cargo. So to try and summon more planes, they built these replica runways and towers out of wood and straw. They were copying the rituals without understanding the engine. That is exactly what your company is doing when it forces you into daily stand-ups but refuses to actually trust you to do your job. And this table just lays it all out. Look at this. Think about your job. Is change being forced on you from the top down? Is the main focus on rituals, like filling out Jira tickets, instead of values, like trust? And here's the big one. Is the main question you hear from leadership, are you following the process? If you're nodding your head right now, congratulations, you're in a cargo cult. Okay, enough diagnosis. That's the depressing part. Let's talk about the cure. Because if that top-down transformation is a scam, how does real change actually happen? Well, here's the key. You can't install agility. You have to grow it. And here's how it works. You don't start with some big company-wide revolution. No. You start with a small, secret one. First, you create a bubble. You take one important project, give that team total autonomy, and then you protect them. You give them air cover from all the corporate nonsense. Just let them focus on delivering value. And when that little team ships a working product in weeks, while everyone else is still stuck in planning meetings, people are going to notice. Success is the only argument that ever really works. Now, the obvious question here is, all right, if this bottom-up thing is so much better, why do smart, experienced executives keep falling for the big, expensive top-down scam? It's because the scam feels safe. These super complicated frameworks, like the Scaled Agile Framework or SAFe, they're popular because they come with tons of charts and hierarchies and planning rituals. They give executives the illusion of control. It feels predictable. It feels like the old way of working. But it's the exact opposite of what real agility is all about. And here's the thing. In today's world, that bottom-up playbook we just talked about, well, it has a powerful new weapon, an almost unfair advantage that makes this whole strategy more possible than ever before, a brand new accelerator. AI is a massive force multiplier. A small, truly agile team armed with AI can now punch way above its weight. Think about it. AI can automate all the boring stuff, it can help generate code, it can analyze data. It gives a tiny team the power to completely outmaneuver a giant, slow-moving bureaucracy. It makes that bubble strategy we talked about more powerful than ever. So, let's recap the secrets. Number 1, most corporate agile is a scam, and its name is Cargo Cult Agile. 2, you have to focus on values like trust, not rituals. 3, real change is always bottom up, never top down. 4, create a protected bubble and let success do all the talking for you. And 5, use AI as your secret weapon to accelerate the whole thing.
All right, now I want to hear from you. I want to hear your war stories from the front lines, because I know you've got them. Just think for a second about your own agile transformation. What was that one rule, that one meeting, that one piece of jargon that just made you shake your head and think, what are we even doing?
Drop those war stories in the comments below. Let's compare notes. Let's have some fun with it. And look, if this explainer finally put a name to the dysfunction you've been living through every day, do us all a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. We've got a lot more industry secrets to share.